Hi, this is Melissa with A Creative Journey with Melissa, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really cute and fast Halloween card using our amazing sign language alphabet stamps. But before I do that, I just wanted to say I apologize for not being on YouTube and having a blog post last week. I had gum surgery on Thursday. I am fine, all is good, but I decided to take a day off and not actually do a video. I'm sure you guys understand, and then I thought it would be a good idea to have a garage sale. Yeah, don't ask. Anyway, so we had a fantastic garage sale yesterday. I got rid of a whole bunch of crafty stuff, and hopefully everybody that did get some of that amazingly crafty stuff will be creative, and I hope they show me the inspiration of the items that they got and how they were inspired by those items. At any rate, so yippee, I'm back. So I want to show you this awesome Halloween card. It's really cute, and like I said, it's simple, but it's really cute, and I think anybody that would receive it would enjoy it. So with that, I'm going to show you what you need. You're going to need some purple rhinestones, you're going to need a card base, you're going to need some decorative Halloween paper, you'll need some white paper to stamp your images on, or your alphabet on. You'll need a punch. You can use any kind of punch that you like. You could use circles, squares, whatever you prefer, as long as it fits the alphabet. This one I thought was really cool, and I'll show you why I thought it was cool in a second. I have a ticket punch, and I use that for the edges of the card. I'll show you that. We have 3D pop rectangles actually to lift up the letters. We have some scissors, adhesive, Memento ink, which is tuxedo black. We have our Tim Holtz mini stapler, which I love. These little staples are so cute. And we have this, which is the Quicker Poker Picker-Upper. It basically picks up rhinestones easily, and I love it. It's one of my definite tools in my toolbox, and actually I think I have a couple of them. At any rate, then we of course have our awesome sign language stamp set. We have the ribbon, but let me give you a little closer look of the sign language stamp set so you can enjoy it, as everybody should. This is our sign language alphabet stamp set. If you want to check out our other sign language stamp sets, or our awareness stamp sets, our coffee stamp sets, we have a whole bunch of them. Our website is www.acreativejourneywithmelissa.com or www.acjwm.com, and you can check them out all there. We also have blog posts usually every week, and we'll give away some type of item that is creative and crafty, so hopefully you will be a subscriber to YouTube and to our blog posts, and then you can qualify to win. Make sure you have the same username for both. If you don't, let me know so I can make sure I put you in the drawing as well. If you do not unsubscribe, that was number one. If you do not unsubscribe, you stay subscribed to being potentially a winner. So make sure you read the blog posts that come out, or else you will miss out, because you need to let me know if you won. Anyway, this is the awesome stamp set. We have a number of them. I hope you check them out. With that, we'll get started. But first, I want to show you the project that I made. So, I'm going to take this stuff away. And you know, I forgot most of all, we need a stamp block, so don't forget your stamp block. It's, you know, one of those days, you know, you're supposed to have everything set out so it looks all pretty and everything like that. There, that's what you really need, including the stamp block. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna put this stuff aside, and then I can get going and show you exactly what we are making today. I like to show you the items first so you can get those ready, and so that you can see it all laid out. That way it makes it a little bit easier if you're trying to find your own items that you want to put out to create this. So with that, we have this awesome cute little card. It says Boo with sign language stamps. I really thought it came out cute. I hope that you enjoy it. It's simple, but it has some really cute little decorative items, such as the ribbon with the staple, and we have some rhinestones here. These rhinestones in the corner are actually my son's idea. I thought this was too plain. I was going to put rhinestones here. I tried it. I didn't like it. Could have done rhinestones right here. Didn't like that either. So this was a little idea from Austin, so he's pretty awesome. I always go to my boys for some ideas if I'm at a creative block, so I'm fortunate in that way. So anyway, this is what we're going to be making. So let me put this aside. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my paper, my ink, my stamp block, and my stamps. Now, the amazing thing would be is if I could find my stamp block. I literally just had it 2 seconds ago. I showed it to you. So it's like one of those days, you know, where it's clear so you can't find it. It's right in front of you. Yeah, that would be this. At any rate, like I said, it's just one of those days. So I'm going to pull off the stamps. All I need is B and O. Funny. I need B, O, and then I will do O twice so that we can have the images done. So all I'm going to do is set my stamp right on here. You push it on barely. It doesn't go anywhere. If you're not familiar with photopolymer stamps, the actual material of photopolymer is what makes it sticky. It's actually sticky by design. And so you just put it on an acrylic block. You can use a clear CD case or something. But the great thing about that is you can see exactly where you're stamping. So when you're stamping, you could see exactly where it's going to go. So that's one of the beauties of the clear stamps. Like especially if you wanted to stamp something on a photo or stamp something really tight into some type of image and you were afraid that you may miss it, because sometimes with rubber stamps or stamps that are not clear, you can't exactly see where you're stamping. So that is why it's important. So we're going to just do this one like so, and then we're going to do, oh, I don't need B more than once. Wipe that off. I'm going to put that back on my stamp sheet. This is where I store them, is back on the sheet. I'm going to put the O back on there. Now you can do it one of two ways, depending on how this works out. I might do it the other way. But for now I'm going to do this. And then we have this O, and then we're going to do another O. O. For boo. We're going to wipe those off and then stick it back on the sheet for storage. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our punch. Now, when I saw this punch, I thought, you know what it reminded me of is, I know it sounds funny, but maybe little coffins. So that's what made me think of it. I'm like, oh, that'll be good for a Halloween card. So that's where we're at. Anyway, so for my punches, I like to always use them. Oh, let me put this away so it doesn't dry out. That would be bad. For my punches, I like to use them upside down. So that's what I'm going to do here. You can do it one of two ways. You can punch out the letter and do it that way, or you can do it afterwards. I may end up showing you why you want to do the punch out first in just a second, because I think I may have measured wrong, but we'll see. So we're going to put that like that, and then we're going to do the B for that, like so. Looks pretty centered. And then now I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to just trim off these little edges, because of the depth of the punch, it won't let me get it in there as tight as I need to make this image. So let's hope I'm lucky. We're crossing our fingers, but I'm not sure if I will be. So we're just going to do this, and oh, look at that. How about that? Woohoo. Now, see this? See how this is like really hard to use? I'm going to show you a little trick. We have, hopefully, here we go. We've got some Post-it notes. Post-it notes are a crafter's savior, okay? So if you ever have an issue where you want to really get in and do a punch and you can't put the space in because there's not that much paper, etc., use a little Post-it note. It's like an extra little hand giving you help. So just make sure you don't do it so you're punching the actual Post-it note. You know what I mean? So we'll just put that in there. And this gives me the ability to move it around without moving it around and not messing it up. So that looks good. Hey, I think I did all right. So we're just going to punch that out. See, didn't even hit the Post-it note. But Post-it notes, like I said, are my friend. I use them a lot. I use them for masking and all kinds of stuff. They don't have to be Post-it notes. They could be like any type of brand, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But this beauty right here, I love this punch. I think it's great. It could be masculine, it could be feminine, it could be whatever, but I really think it's a cool, different shape, and I thought it was pretty neat. And I got that through Stampin' Up! If you are interested in Stampin' Up! Items, I can put a link on my blog post. I have a friend of mine, Brandy, who used to be on our design team, and she's moved on to be a Stampin' Up! Rep, and we're super happy and proud of her. And she has a lot of items that she can obtain from Stampin' Up! As she is a demonstrator, and we can go ahead and, I believe this one is still available. It's relatively new, and you can check it out. So if you want me to, I will, or if you want to check it out, check out our blog, and you can look, and I'll put a link on there for Brandy, so you can order that if you're interested. So now that we did that, now what we're going to do is we're going to set this stuff aside, and we're going to take out our ribbon and our scissors, and we'll need our stapler too. So we're just going to use a little bit amount of ribbon. We're not going to use a whole bunch. And I could do this the easy way, but why would I want to do something like that? But I might try. So we'll see how this works. So I'm cutting it like this at an angle, so I don't have to cut it twice. Usually what I do is I will cut it straight and then I'll cut it at an angle. That seemed to work out okay, so we'll just do it that way. The problem is that then you have the opposite end on this side, see that? So I will be doing that the other way. So see, I guess I end up having to do it the old way anyway. Doesn't matter. So we just need 3 pieces. You can pick some ribbon from your stash, or you can pick a special type of ribbon that you really care for. You kind of want to try to line them up a little bit so that they're relatively the same as far as how they're cut. And I would also suggest you use some type of scissors that has a really great point. Especially with ribbon, it can be hard to get in that little corner part, and then it will fray, so you don't want to do that. Now, just because I'm cutting it evenly doesn't mean you have to put it on there evenly. It's kind of cool if you do it a little bit staggered. Kind of gives it a little bit more depth. And like I said here, gonna get this guy a little bit better. There we go. Ah, still waiting. So close yet so far. Does not want me to cut it. There we go. Okay, so we got those done. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up my letters, my stamped image coffin things. They look like coffins, I'm sorry. I think it's funny, kind of funny. And we're just going to put that right here, and we're going to staple it like so. Whoops, it moved a little bit, so let me put that back on and do that again. There we go. And we're going to do the second one like so. Just slide it in there and then make sure you got a grip and staple it on. See how cute these little staples are? I just think they're adorable. Like I said, this is a Tim Holtz stapler. It's just a mini stapler. I just think it's the coolest thing. It's one of my definite tools in my toolbox that I keep readily available so that I can use it, because there's always a good use for a little staple. So now we're gonna just put this little staple right here, and we are done with that. So that was pretty simple, don't you think? Probably seemed like it was a lot longer than it was, just because I was showing you how to do it. But if you just did a bunch of them yourself, it wouldn't be too hard. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this aside. We're gonna take out our paper and our decorative paper and our card base, and we're going to take out our ticket punch, okay? I don't know if this ticket punch is actually still available with Stampin' Up. I've had this forever. You can tell because it's an older looking stamp. It's not the flat version like they have now, but they may have a ticket punch still. I'm just not sure. But that would be definitely a good question for Brandy, or if that's available. So let's see what else we got here. So we've done that part. Now I'm just going to take out my adhesive and just put a little bit on the edges. There's a number of different kinds of adhesive I use. This was just happened to be closest to my reach. Typically I use the Scotch ATG, which is the advanced tape glider. It's the big, pink gun thing you see that I usually use. That's usually what I use. And that's just because I like the feel of it. I like to use it, but sometimes it's hard to put it in a video. And sometimes I just grab the closest thing, and that's kind of what I did this time. So now with this one, you can do one of two things. You could change this card up if you wanted to, and just do like a little thing like this, which would be cute too. Right? You can do something like that if you wanted to. I think we're just gonna make it a little different on this one. What do you think? Or do you like that one better? I don't know, I'm not sure. I think I like that one better, but I'm gonna do this one just for the heck of it, because I like to do something a little bit different so it's not always the same for you guys. So we're gonna put our foam adhesive on the back of these, just pretty much in the middle. And then we'll take our paper off like so, as long as it doesn't stick to my fingernail. Like that. And then we have, oops, like that. Take it off. And then we have, oopsie, like that. All right, all done. So now we're going to start with the B. We're just going to put it right up here, I think. Like so. So it's almost like we're making like a pattern. Kind of cool, huh? Like that. Looks a little spooky. Ooh. I know, I entertain myself too much. Sorry that you have to witness that, but it actually is for sure entertaining. For me anyway. So now we're going to take out our rhinestones. And we're going to take out our quicker picker pop, blah, 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 blah. The quicker poker picker upper. And the reason why it says poker is because it has another thing that comes out here that you can poke stuff with. So it's a pretty cool tool. I like it. And then this side here, you could pick stuff up. It's kind of got this gummy thing, so you could pick up little pieces that like you die cut or whatever. But I usually use it for my rhinestones just because that's usually what I'm using. So what does one do? Does one just put some rhinestones right there? I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to put them here, but maybe I will. Let's see what happens. Let's see what I decide. It's designing. You're watching the design happen. So let's see. Do we like it here or do we like it there? I think I like it here actually. So I think I'm going to do this like so, and like this, and like this. Now, when making this card specifically, what I did was, all I did was line these guys up. I did the B first, then the O, and then I placed the other O that's in the middle on top, and I just adhered them. And then I placed rhinestones here. Okay? I think this is actually another cool way to do that card. I'm glad that I switched it up a little bit because, you know, sometimes we need to switch it up a little bit. What do you think? I think so. I think sometimes that helps us, doesn't it? Make a little bit of different decision, try to kind of think outside of the box, if you will. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this creation today. Again, my name is Melissa, and you are here with A Creative Journey with Melissa. If you're not sure of our story, please be sure to check out our website and go under About, and there's a story about how our name became, and also you can check out our YouTube video as to how the stamps, why I started doing my own stamp line. So you can check that out at www.acreativejourneywithmelissa.com or www.acjwm.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you had a fantastic day. I hope that I have inspired you somehow to be creative, because it's very important that we are creative. And no matter what, even if you think it's not good, it is, because you made it. And you made it with your heart. So have a fantastic day, and I hope you enjoyed going on a creative journey with Melissa. Have a good one. Bye.